Mail time, mail time, mail time, mail time, mail time. Well, here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna, well, mail. Hey everybody, this is Matt. I'm making a new Heroclix video, and this is mail time. I got some new Heroclix in the mail today, and I wanted to make a video about it and talk about what fake pieces I got, and what they do, and how cool they are, and all that kind of stuff like that. So here's the two pieces I got. I got Power Man and Iron Fist Super Rare from Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and I got the Pixie Super Rare from Uncanny X-men. So let's look into them. Now, the new pieces have the cards and the dolls and everything on one card, so that'll be easy. But why don't we jump into Pixie first? And let's just zoom in on her. Let's zoom in on. Let's zoom in on her. Let me adjust my light a little bit so it's not so distracting. I don't know. It's kind of hard to read. Okay, so she has mystical and X-Men keywords. So mystical is always fun. I know I have a friend who loves to make mystical teams, and he always whoops people with them. Mystical seems like a pretty good keyword, pretty strong keyword. Always has a lot of probability control. Mystics, team ability, perplex, outwit. Always seems to have those supportive abilities. So she has a special ability called Pixie Dust. Pixie can use Smoke Cloud as a free action, but places only one hindering marker. Okay, okay. And I think it's minimum range 4 usually. Characters occupying this hindering marker modify their defense value by -1 in addition to attack values. Okay, so normally with Smoke Cloud, if your opponent is making an attack and they're within your Smoke Cloud, they have -1 to their attack. And then if you try to attack them and they're in Smoke Cloud, they get +1 to their defense. Well, this is saying they modify their defense values by -1, in addition to their attack values. So I don't know if it cancels out. Like if you put it underneath them, does it cancel out with the +1 so they have like a 0 modifier to their defense, or does it mean it replaces the -1, I mean the +1 defense with a -1 defense? So if you put it underneath someone and they had an 18 defense, now they would have a 17 defense. That is what I'm wondering about. I'm not really sure. In addition to their attack values, and that's when they're attacking during their turn. It's interesting. I would have to see a ruling on the Pixie Dust part. The teleport spell. Pixie can use phasing teleport. When she does, she can carry characters with flight or wing, and may carry 2 characters. She may carry 4 characters instead if they all have the X-Men keyword. And you guys know I love the X-Man. I collect the X-Man. So this was a definite taxi piece I wanted to get for the X-Men teams. She can carry 4 pieces. And it doesn't matter if they have flight or not. You can carry Banshee with you. You can carry Colossus. You can carry Scarlet Witch. You can carry Magneto. It doesn't matter any of those people. That's really nice. I did say she's 75 points. So she takes up a little bit of a chunk of a point of a team, but like at higher point settings, 400, 500, 500 points, she definitely can fulfill her role and carry a lot of people in the battle. She has a special attack. Soul Dagger. Pixie can use Blaze Claw's Fangs and Precision Strike. So it looks like she starts out with that. And no, she has it on her second click. So Blaze Claw's Fangs and Precision Strike is nice. She probably has a really low damage normally. And Precision Strike will make sure she does at least 1 damage. She ignores Super Senses. Rip Super Senses. Everybody's been getting Precision Strike lately. And Blaze Claw's Fangs is nice. Blaze Claw's Fangs is one of those cool powers where you can just like surprise your opponent. You'd be like, like this really cheap point piece walks up to their Superman and hits it for 6 damage after you outwit his defense. And you're just like, holy crap, Pixie one-shotted Superman. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Nope, no other special stuff. Cool. But I really like Pixie. She's definitely one of those support pieces that it's been probably the only version we'll ever get of her, and it's been really been a long time since her character came out that we finally got a piece for her. So I'm happy to have it. Let's just look at her. Let's look at her sculpt. Let me zoom in a little bit. There you go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so we got 75 points. Mystics and X-Men team ability, so she can heal allies or she can hurt opponents if they attack her. Mystics is always fun. Flight, no indomitable. We got the trait with that's a smoke cloud thing. That's kind of weird. I kind of wish the carry thing was a trait, because then they could have given her something as a different special movement. But super senses, perplex, 3 damage perplex, not bad. She can not only carry people in the battle, but free action smoke cloud on somebody to reduce their defense. Maybe even do a perplex to reduce their defense even more. Good stuff. Bounces on that blades, claws, fangs, precision strike with the charge. I mean, that's pretty good click. I mean, she could perplex up her attack to an 11, which she probably. I mean, heck, she could go charge in for 4 damage. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty freaking crazy. Then she gets sidestep, same ability, but her damage went down 1. She still has super senses. Sidestep. Now she has ESC, but no range. So they're definitely hoping you like hang back with her some. But now she has support. That's kind of cool. I really like the support. So maybe you hang back after, like you run in, punch somebody, you get hit for a little bit of damage, and you just hang back really far. And now you're a supportive piece. That's pretty cool, kind of cool. Then she goes back to that. Was it teleport? Yeah, phasing teleport. So she can definitely get out of dodge now. Phasing teleport. She can carry 4 people back. She can carry 4 people back, and then maybe even next turn support 1. Probably not, because she'll push to kill her, but whatever. So she has 5 clicks for 75 points. Cool looking sculpt. I like the fairy wings. I like the dagger. She's a cool character in the comic books. I really like this. For 5 clicks for 75 points is a little bit expensive, but she brings in some support, some taxi, even a secondary attacker with that charge 3 damage blades. I mean, that's pretty freaking good, dude. For 75 points, I like her. I'm happy I was able to get her. She's a cool piece. Let's move on to Power Man Iron Fist. Let's look at his card. So he has a ton of good keywords. Avengers, Heroes for Hire, Marvel Knights, all really good keywords. Has a trait, martial arts or street smarts. At the beginning of your turn, you may turn Power Man and Iron Fist style to the same click number with another color. When on a red click number, they can use combat reflexes. When on a blue click number, they can use super strength. So, like, if you've seen any of these, like, generics in the past have had split dials, or like the most recent Morlocks, they had a similar thing where you could turn them to a click, and they would, they had different starting lines and stuff. This is kind of similar, and so instead of it being an actual duo piece with like, with the double fist symbol, what they've chosen is you can choose each turn if you want to play as Power Man or Iron Fist. And Power Man is over here on the right side. He's very much more like tough. He has invulnerability and toughness. He does more damage normally with he hits harder, and he charges in with a charge and late game close combat expert. And let's see if it's on. Let's see, his numbers are the blue. You can see it just barely above the numbers right up here. Those are blue, and blue gives him probably super strength, right? Blue gives him super strength. So he'll have basically well, he'll start out at least with charge, super strength, and 3 damage. Now he can't pick up an ultra heavy, but he can at least charge in to hit you for 5 damage, which is pretty decent. And this is a 50-point piece that is indomitable. That's one of the reasons I really wanted it, because it's cheap enough that you can put it on so many different teams, and it's indomitable, and you cannot go wrong with indomitable. It's so good. So Luke Cage's or Power Man's dial is all about the charging in, super strength, hit you real hard, and the close combat expert will make up for his lower end attack values. Now Iron Fist's part is all about like sidestepping. He'll have combat reflexes, all 5 clicks, which will mean that if he's up close on you, you'll have to hit a 19 and an 18 the entire time. He has exploit weakness and precision strike at 2 different times, so that he can get past basically anything you have, whether if you have a damage reducer or you have super senses or something. He even gets flurry at the very end, which is kind of cool. Flurry with precision strike can make sure that almost anybody can take 2 damage from him. It's just a really nice style for 50 points. They're also single based, so let's look at the sculpt while I'm talking about it now. They're also single based. That means you can TK them, which is pretty nice. You can't do that when it's like a peanut based duo piece. And I believe, well, also they're not even a duo piece. I keep forgetting this is just a single piece. That means you can carry these guys in the battle. You can TK them. Really nice. And so like, let's look at the thing again. At the beginning of your turn, you may switch the clicks. So there's some tricks you can kind of do with that. Like you start out with this sidestep, and you can use that at the beginning of the turn or at the end of the turn. So you could actually sidestep, then switch over. Let me switch over, and then charge somebody. So that's kind of cool. I mean, that would give you a four charge plus the 2 sidesteps. So that would give you a 6 sidestep. Or you know, yeah, or I guess you could start out on this one, and you don't really have anything free to do. I don't think really have anything free. Well, okay, I guess the sidestep is basically the main thing to do, and that's exploit weakness. It looks kind of yellow down there, the damage symbol, but it's light green. But I really like the sculpt. It's a cool looking sculpt. Has Iron Fist with a dragon tattoo on him, back to back with Power Man. I think the paint job on Power Man's a little weak. That's probably because Iron Fist has a lot more detail, so it looks cooler. But I really like the sculpts. The only thing I would say that would take this to the next level would be if it had like switch clicks and you could like pop off Iron Fist and pop off Power Man and just have Iron Fist on there. And then when you wanted Iron Fist, just pop off Iron. When you wanted Power Man, you pop off Iron Fist. Man, why can't I say that right? But it's a pretty cool piece. 50 points, super cheap. You can fit it onto Avengers, Marvel Knights, Heroes for Hire theme teams. Indomitable, you cannot go wrong with Indomitable. It means it's going to be attacking every 2 turns out of 3 turns. You know, it's going to be attacking. Iron Fist's attack values are really good with 11 and 10. And then Power Man's attack values can be made up for with the Close Combat Expert. So I think they're a threat pretty much. I mean, it's always nice when you have like a cheap piece that can be a threat, because then your opponent has to focus on that a little bit more and not focus as much on the pieces you don't want them to focus on, you know, which are the pieces that you spend more points into stuff. So I'm really happy to get those. That was about the only super rare from Superior Foes of Spider-Man I really wanted, outside of the hypersonic Spider-Man that basically everybody and their grandma wants. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the pieces I got and you learned something about it. And I hope you have an amazing time playing Heroclix in the future, everybody. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.